Here we are. Welcome to the 31 Days of Dread, day 26. Are you ready, my AKAPADers? We're talking 1979's John Frankenheimer's The Prophecy. This is and look, you can look it up on Wikipedia. You can Google it right now. It's billed as an environmental horror movie, environmental thriller. Amazing. This movie needs to resonate. It needs to come back to the top. You out there, all of you listening to this, all of you horror-ites, you're horror addicts, you need to spread the word about The Prophecy 1979. Let's rock and roll, get through that intro, and let's talk about it. Ratchet. What am I talking about? Well, Robert Foxworth. If you know who Robert Foxworth is, TV actor, he's been in a ton of Star Trek. He's been in voiced 3 of the Transformer movies, and he is a career actor, same as John Frankenheimer. John Frankenheimer is your director. He is behind the Manchurian Candidate. He, the guy in the trenches. He's made some fantastic movies. I think he even did he make Reindeer Games? I think he made Reindeer Games. I don't mind Reindeer Games, but look, some of the movies in his later career, like through the 90s, Year of the Gun and Ronin. Ronin's a solid flick. And look, he had, for when it comes to film, he had a great beginning and he had a great end of his career. And there's a lot of stuff in the middle. French Connection 2, Black Sunday, 52 Pickup. So look, John Frankenheimer is a old school Hollywood journeyman. He look, and we're just going by Wikipedia. John Frankenheimer himself said that this film was beneath him. All the critics of the day, on a very boring level, reeked this movie through the coals as any boring critic would today. It's really hard not to watch this movie and get touched, because we have Amanda Asante, who is, again, career actor in Hollywood. If you see his face, you'll know him. He's just a wonderful character actor, but he plays Amanda Asante. He really doesn't do many accents. I might be over speaking there. I'm thinking, I can't remember him as a Frenchman like once or twice. But look, this movie is basically about a paper company, 20 years up in the north, dumping waste into a river, and they start mutating everything. Along the way, a bear gets mutated. Along the way, a woman eats a mutated salmon, and here we go. We have a mutated baby. But that's a little bit of the stress. That's the stress within the movie. Our protagonist, our main character, our main investigator, he's thrown between this war of this like lumber company and the Native American people. And so, again, when it comes to environmentalism, we are dealing with what would be called progressive politics today. And we're made to side with the Native Americans. Now, this guy is a city investigator. He investigates the whole beginning of the movie. He's investigating tenants. He's investigating poor living conditions. And his editor's like, look, I need a people guy. I need a guy that can deal with people to go and finish the story for us. We want this story. Go up there for a week. I'll give you your reading materials. Bring the wife. The wife is Adrian from Rocky. I could always forget her name. Talia Shreen. What is your name? Talia Shire. Okay. So we have recognizable faces throughout this entire movie. And, he brings her, and it's like cabin life. It's sprawling. It's beautiful. And slowly he starts to see that something is off. Something is off with the vegetation. Something is off with what's in the lake. That they uncover a giant tadpole and this movie like hints at so much because it's a giant tadpole, and which would mean like that there's giant frogs like somewhere. It's so freaking cool. And so there's mutated grizzly bear is tied to a Native American legend. Yeah, like a protector of the forest because he's protecting them against the evil paper company, we'll say the evil lumber company. And here we go, like we're off. We have ourselves a saga. Now, this movie's made in 1979. It doesn't have much of a budget. We don't have good effects for the giant grizzly bear, but we do have good filmmaking. We have incredible acting. We have a score. We have music that kind of swings for the fences and overshoots, and it really tries to compensate for what's not there. But according to the Wicker, the budget for this movie was $12 million, and it looked like it made 22.7. So people did head out to see this movie. Leonard Roseman, that's who did our music. This music isn't incorrect. Okay, and look, and Leonard Roseman too, 1 million movies. He scored 1 million movies. It's not incorrect. This movie tries to compensate for what's not on screen. It tries to enhance what's on screen. It doesn't land. And this movie's good. It's a good movie. Like I'm recommending this movie. I'm recommending Prophecy, and obviously tomorrow's Day 27, The Prophecy, 1989, which is billed as a Christopher Walken movie. It's more of an Eric Stoltz movie, kind of like that's another good one, but it's the classifying that one too is a little bit difficult. And this movie is there. It exists. It's available on Amazon Prime, but it is there for us to see. It's there for us to learn from. The history alone connected through this movie. Every single credit I look up from this movie, it's a Hollywood journeyman, it's a Hollywood fighter, it's someone who has been in the game for such a long time, and it's incredible to go through anyone involved with this movie's filmography, and your mind wanders. You start to drool, and you start making a list. Because you realize how many movies you really don't know about, how many movies you really haven't seen. I would say 50s and 60s are a little bit of a like there's that's a low period for me, and I feel like I should know more about those movies. Like I should be able to identify more of them, and I feel I don't. And this movie along the way though, it's also schlock, but it's also purposeful fun. So when we hear things about this movie is kind of like cliche, or it feels incomplete, or again, a lot of these platitude criticisms, it is all of those things. We can't deny that. But this movie is also a load of fun. If you don't take it seriously, I don't think you're supposed to take this movie seriously. You can't take this movie as serious horror. It would be nice if you could, but this is very similar to the Microwave Massacre from earlier. But this is made by real people. If Microwave Massacre was made by real people, we would have a very similarly toned movie than this. Okay, it would have consequences. There would be feeling. There would be acting involved. There would be emotion brought to us on screen. And Microwave Massacre doesn't know how to do that. It just doesn't have the mechanics for it. This movie does. The quality difference is light years apart. But this movie does deserve your attention. It deserves not to be forgotten. And dare I say it, this movie should be remade. I don't understand why no one jumped onto this movie at all for a remake. I don't want anyone to remake Chud. I don't want anyone to remake Return of the Living Dead. I want someone to remake this movie because I feel like the concept is there. I feel like it's still relevant. I feel like you can have a ton of fun with it, and you can make this movie horrific, and I don't think you need to spend a lot of money. I think even comparatively speaking, if you spent $5-6 million making this movie, you can rock and roll and get something special. And look, this is also a movie with a mutant grizzly bear. Okay, I'm just going to say that again. This is a movie with a mutant grizzly bear. How do we not want to watch it? How? I mean, come on. Look, go out there, watch the movie with the giant mutant grizzly bear. It's available on Amazon Prime. This is The Prophecy, 1979. And we're going into day 27, will be The Prophecy, 1989. It's a biblical thriller. It's a biblical horror movie. It's a biblical adventure. It's meant to make you uneasy. Same as this movie. It just doesn't quite land there, but it tries. Good chase at the end. This movie has it all. Good male to woman drama, work drama, environmental drama, the Native American, the indigenous people drama. Okay, it's really cool. I will watch this movie again anytime, any day of the week with anyone. And any of you, if any of you out there want to watch this movie with me, go grab the popcorn, and I'll meet you in the lobby. Okay, everyone, rock and roll. I love you. For the 31 Days of Dread, this is day 26, The Legacy, directed by John Frankenheimer, 1979. That's right, they made movies back then. I love you and goodbye.